What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I have this cut crease look with a cat eye and like inner corner winged liner, I guess you guys could say. I personally really like this look. It's really different than what I normally do, and I don't do lots of winged inner eyeliner looks either because I think it makes me look older. But anyways, I am back to pink hair. I just did my hair, which is the reason why it's still damp slightly, and I am loving it. This time I just used virgin pink by itself, and I can't wait to see what it looks like once it starts to fade out. So anyways, let's get started.
Okay, so first off, we're going to start with the Anastasia Beverly Dipbrow in dark brown. And excuse my voice, I am currently sick. So when I do my eyebrows, I like to outline the bottom of my brows first and then the top, and start filling in from my tail and slowly work my way to the inner corner of my brows, but leaving the inner corner of my brows lighter than the rest of my brows so it gets that gradient or ombre effect. So to carve out my eyebrows, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer in the shade Medium Golden to fix any mistakes. Taking the Essence Lash and Brow Gel Mascara, I'm going to use it and coat it on my brow hairs to make sure that they stay in place and set my eyebrows. Yet again, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer in the shade Medium Golden, and I'm going to apply a little bit to both eyelids. I've been really loving this concealer as an eyeshadow primer. Using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette, I'm going to take the shade Buttery and I'm going to apply it all over the concealer to ensure that it doesn't move anywhere and I can have a flawless canvas for my eyeshadows. From the same palette, I'm going to take the color Sherbet and I'm going to apply it to my crease and blend it upwards. I'm going to use this color as a transition. That way at the end of this entire look, everything blends together nicely. Next, going into Hot Chocolate, I'm using a round shader brush to apply it right into my eye socket, and you want to slowly build up the intensity of the hot chocolate on your eyes. You never want to put on too much eyeshadow on your brush, because if you do, it's going to be super hard to blend it all out and it can be a lot more darker than you want it to be. Going back into the shade Sherbet, I'm going to go ahead and go over the hot chocolate that we just put in our eyes to ensure that there's still no harsh lines, and also to ensure that that Sherbet color still shows through. Taking Buttery once again, I'm going to put it underneath my brow bone just to clean it up just a tad bit to get it ready for our brow bone highlight. The next step is you're going to spray some water onto the back of your hand, and then I'm going to take pink champagne from the same palette and I'm going to dip the brush inside the water first and then put eyeshadow on it. That way, whenever we put the eyeshadow onto our eyes, it makes it really super pigmented, almost foil-like. And when I apply on the eyeshadow, the way I do it is I'm following my eye socket. So unlike a traditional cut crease, this one is going to be a round cut crease instead. Going back into Hot Chocolate, I'm going to take that blending brush that I used earlier and I'm going to focus the hot chocolate into the outer V of my eyes, and I'm going to slightly bring it inwards towards the pink champagne that we used on our lid. That way it both blends seamlessly. So for my winged eyeliner, I like to draw a line across my eye, just a simple line. And then I like to take an old makeup wipe and I like to flatten the bristles of the brush so I get a precise line. So once you flatten out your brush, you're going to dip the brush into the pot and you're going to take a very small amount of product onto the tip of the brush. And the way you're going to start off with the winged eyeliner is you're going to follow your lower lash line and you're just going to make one line as long as you want your winged liner to be. So dipping the brush back inside the pot, you're going to now create the triangle for your wing. And what I like to do is I like to raise up my eyebrows and then start from the very end of that first line that starts to create the wing. And then just go from there, and you can definitely close your eyes while doing this, but I just go ahead and connect it all the way straight to the eyeliner that we did on our lid. So I know I'm going to get lots of questions, but I have no idea what style these lashes are in, but I bought it from Vanity Vixen Official on Instagram, and they don't label any of their eyelashes, and they didn't even send me all the lashes I was supposed to receive, and the owner of the company is very, very unprofessional. So to prime my face, I'm using the TooFaced Hangover RX Primer so that we can get the face prepped and primed for some cake. Using the LA Girl Proconcealer in the shade Warm Sin, I'm going to do a little bit of color correcting underneath my eyes and around the corners of my mouth. Using the Palladio Herbal Liquid Concealer in the shade Mint, I'm going to put that around my nose and blend it to cancel any redness. Then going in with my Loreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the shade Natural Beige, I'm going to apply that all over my face and blend it in with a damp Real Technique sponge. So I totally forgot to show you guys what I was using, but I used the L'Oreal Pro Concealer in the shade Toast, like always, to contour my face, and I applied it to my forehead, the temples, and the hollows of my cheeks, and then I used an Eye Beauty oval brush and the number 21 to blend it all out. So to cover up anything that may be showing through my foundation still, I'm going to use the ItCosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer in the shade Neutral Medium, and this concealer is full coverage concealer and very thick, so you only need a little bit of it to get the job done. To make the blending process easier, I'm going to use the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray, and I'm going to spritz it on my face and then use a damp Real Technique sponge to blend it all out. I'm going to use the NYX HD Finishing Powder in the shade Banana to go ahead and set the areas that I put the concealer in. This is going to ensure that the concealer doesn't crease or move throughout the day. So to contour my nose, I'm going to go back in with the same Pro Concealer from LA Girl in the shade Toast. I'm going to apply it to my nose and use a smaller oval brush to blend it out. Like always, I'm going to take the NARS bronzing powder in the shade Laguna and apply it to all the areas that I contoured just to give my face some more life. Using MAC's Matte Blush in Blunt, I'm going to use it to contour my nose. Going back into the same transition shade that we used at the very beginning of the eye look, I'm going to go ahead and apply more of that just so that we can get a better color payoff after applying all those other colors over it. Taking the shade called Treasure from the same palette, I'm going to take it on an angled brush and I'm going to use that shade to highlight my brow bone. With a small eyeshadow brush, I'm going to take the shade Sherbet and apply it underneath my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the shade Hot Chocolate and overlap that right on top. So when I do my inner corner winged eyeliner, I honestly just kind of eyeball it. Both of my epicanthic folds are slightly different, so one always turns out different than the other. And also one thing I have to say is that this inner corner winged eyeliner may not be for you. Your epicanthic fold may be different than mine, so just be aware of that. So for my blush, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light Blush Duo in the shades Hansel and Gretel. I use a Wet n Wild flat top brush to apply it, and whenever I put it on, I just dip it in the middle a couple of times and then apply it to my cheeks. And the thing that I really love about this blush is that it gives you such a nice and natural flush. Okay, so the highlighter that I use in this look is the Loreal Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey. And I swear if you guys do not own one, you have got to go get one. This thing makes me feel like a Greek goddess, like I am literally glowing for the gods. So for my lips, I first started off with lining my lips with the Jordana Retractable Lip Liner in Tawny. Then I went in with my Buxom Full Bodied Satin Lipstick in the shade Dolly. So what I have to say about this lipstick is that it's super hydrating. So if you ladies don't like matte lipsticks that dry out your lips, I say definitely go for the Buxom Satin Lipsticks because it's so hydrating. And not just that, it has the glossy finish, but I honestly don't mind even though I love matte lipsticks. It's glossy and it's not sticky, which is a plus. To set my makeup, I'm going to use the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray all over my face.
Now the end of my tutorial today. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I think it's something very flirty, but it's very fierce and sexy at the same time, which is one of the things I really love about this look. And it's mainly just because of the eyeliner. If I had left it without, it would look more flirty and girly. Well, this one's like flirty but fierce and sexy. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. But yeah, so if you guys really like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And I'll hopefully try and be getting more videos soon onto my channel. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!